I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're good.
He's going for like 10 minutes for us, so.
Make sense?
Hey everyone, my name is Ross with the Crafty Veteran channel. Welcome back to returning subscribers. I know it's been a while, so sorry about that. If you're new here, my channel is all about survival and preparedness, making yourself a more harder target, not being a victim so easily. I got a lot of tactical gear reviews and some advice, old videos as well on that stuff, pepper spray, knives, guns. And lately it's been a lot of wilderness survival stuff, which I love that stuff. I love nature and kind of bushcraft, wilderness survival, great stuff. But yeah, channel is basically about making yourself a more capable person in general. And today we're going to talk about Muay Thai, what Muay Thai is, why I believe in it now, and what I've learned from training there for over a year now at Octo Alliance Combat Sports. I'm going to show a lot of footage of how that place kind of operates. And later on in the video, I'll have 2 interviews with the owner and head instructor, Crew Rex, and also with another lead instructor, Crew Ryan. And you'll learn some stuff from them too. And later on in the video, once that's kind of wrapped up, we'll do some closing thoughts on what I learned overall and why it's a good idea for you to get into some kind of combat sport as well if you care about protecting yourself and others. So let's get into it. So really quick, for those who don't know, Muay Thai, also called Thai boxing, originated from Thailand and is known as the art of 8 limbs because it uses your 2 fists, your 2 elbows, your 2 knees, and your 2 shins. And Muay Thai also incorporates the Muay Thai clinch and sweeps as well. So long story short, it is arguably the most effective striking martial art on the planet. If it's not number 1, it's probably in the top 3 for sure. So let's take a closer look at it now. So typically every class will start off with a few minutes of some shadow boxing, visualizing your opponent in front of you, working on your footwork, fundamentals, some strikes. And it's good for loosening up, warming up before we get into the more rigorous stuff during the class. After some shadow boxing, we'll usually pair up with a partner and do this other warm-up drill right here, which is all about the alignment of our kicks, working on form and function, loosening up our hips, and it's kind of getting into the rhythm of things. After our warm-ups, as you can see here, we have one of the instructors showcasing for the class one of our drills for the day. We do several drills per class usually, and they'll show us how to do it, and then we will do our best to replicate them, and they'll help us out if we need it.
Nice, yeah. Thinking about moving accent.
And on Tuesdays, we have what's known as cardio day. So after the drills and stuff, we'll do some rotating of different stations, different exercises, and different techniques we'll be working on. It's really fun, good workout. In this case, I'm doing elbow strikes on the heavy bags. You'll see me rotate to different stations as well.
Nice! Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I love doing this. Damn shot. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight.
This station's really fun. This is called Freedom Rounds. In this case, we got Justice on the pads. He's one of the student instructors here at Octo. Forgive the sloppy striking on my part. This is one of my last stations that day, so I was super exhausted, but it's really fun. I love cardio day. It's great stuff, guys. And typically the last 10 minutes of a class is saved for sparring. You don't do any sparring at the end of a cardio day or the fundamentals days on Saturdays, but yeah, all the other classes, usually there's sparring at the end. You don't have to spar if you don't want to. If you're apprehensive, you don't need to. It's not a requirement, but it will help your skills develop a lot more. And generally most people go pretty light and technical. You don't want to have ego in this stuff. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to hurt other people. I think this sparring sequence here is a pretty good example of some good technical sparring. They're dodging, they're blocking each other's hits, they're feeling each other out, seeing how they react. Very playful, but it's also good for learning. You'll see some blocks, you'll see some fakes. It's good stuff. And on Saturdays and Sundays, there's also open mats, so you can just come in and work on whatever you want to, do some bag work on some strikes, use the weight room they have there. It's great stuff. You can also spar on open mat days if you have a partner that's willing. Just be safe. If you're a guy, maybe wear a cup.
No, you're good. Now it's Crawford.
This man in the blue shirt here is the owner and head instructor of Octo Alliance Combat Sports. His name is Crew Rex. He is an absolute beast, as you can see.
Switch kick. Make sense? Guard stays up, sweep high. All right, let's go.
How you doing, guys? So just like Ross said, I'm the owner and head instructor here at Octo Alliance Combat Sports. Full spectrum of stuff, going through Muay Thai to gi and no gi, as well as wrestling for our program. I've been doing it for a little bit. I started training and wrestling in high school back in, I think, 1996, 97 was my first year of high school wrestling. I was in 10th grade. Really loved grappling, and then I got into the military, got exposure to combat-based jiu-jitsu, traded off some skills with another team leader for some Thai boxing and boxing, and then came back to the Grand Rapids area and got back into jiu-jitsu pretty heavy. Met my instructor for Thai boxing in 2013. His name's Crew Michael Moreno, and started training with him, and then I had the opportunity to start Octo in 2018, so we're coming up on 5 years in September.
Awesome. All right, and then what advice do you have for someone thinking about joining a gym? Maybe they want to increase their, self-defense skills or their preparedness, etc. So what advice do you have for someone they want to do that, but maybe they're apprehensive or like a little timid about joining a gym?
Yep, so that's a great question. And so the biggest victory you're going to have in the beginning part of a martial arts career or any type of a new gym exposure or new gym experience is just getting to the door and through the door. That's the biggest thing. And to make that a little bit of an easier digestion, especially with us here at Octo Alliance, it's a family-based atmosphere, it's a teaching-based atmosphere. We want people to come back and feel healthy in this environment. A couple of things that you can look for to make sure that a gym is a good, healthy environment for you would be, or for a given person, would be like, do kids train there? Do females train there? When you do see them training or their videos, is everyone always going hard all the time? Are the instructors approachable? Do you have the opportunity to have a little bit of one-on-one time with an instructor off the clock or off the side if you have a couple of questions? Those things are what I would look for if I was going into a new gym space. Overall, sometimes you just have to, pun intended, bite down on your mouthpiece a little bit and just kind of take the plunge. Sometimes you're going to run into environments that don't really fit you very well. And so another thing you can look for when you're going to a new gym space is like, do they offer a free trial? A free class, a free week, a free couple of weeks? Those things are good signals, good green flags stating that they feel that they offer a sound enough product that they can give away some free time in the sense that you're going to see the value and you're going to come back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Buddy, Crew Ryan, Octo Alliance Muay Thai. We just wrapped up a Saturday advanced class. Come and join us, come try it out. Wanted to start with a little bit of my background. So I started with a real interest in self-defense in martial arts. So I found and was drawn to Krav Maga, which is really, to me, a self-defense system as opposed to maybe a martial art, but rooted in so many of the great foundations and different things that we train here. My background, 5 years in Krav Maga, moved to the local area, was looking for gyms, actually started in jiu-jitsu, found this essentially Octo Alliance program in the West Michigan area. It was like, this is a good fit for me. So did some jiu-jitsu, but really fell in love with the art of Muay Thai and the program that Crew Rex and others have established here. So now it's been close to 8 years probably training Muay Thai here. I had the privilege of growing through the program here in the WTBA to test and get my apprentice instructor through this program. So it's been a great ride and just, a good journey.
All right, guys, this next question I asked Ryan. It's kind of a common sense question. I ask it mostly for fun, but also to give you guys some motivation and kind of some perspective. So the question is basically, Ryan's been training Muay Thai for years. He has Krav Maga background. Could the trained version of yourself right now take yourself before you started training? Obviously, the answer is probably yes for almost anyone that trains in martial arts. But the reason why I asked that is for those of you that haven't trained, is think about your future self if you do end up going down that route, you know? Where you're at right now, if you're untrained, but maybe you think you're really tough, or maybe you're not that tough, but you want to get tougher. Think about yourself a year from now. If you commit to Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu even, wrestling, boxing, get in a legit combat sport training environment, put in the time and effort, and you'll have a version of yourself in the future that's way more capable and will destroy your current self most likely. Just to give you guys some perspective, a little thought experiment for you. Nothing super profound, but just think about that. Consider that, there's a version of ourselves out there that's better than ourselves now in lots of aspects, cardio-wise, strength, combat skills, survival skills, whatever. Have that goal in mind, where you want to be at in the future, and just aim towards it, work at it. You can push yourself, okay? So let's see what Ryan has to say about that.
In the streets, or are we talking in Muay Thai ring?
in the streets.
Okay, so I would say me now, bring it, 10-year-old me. But I will say the real focus in the world of Krav Maga is like eliminating the threat at any cost, right? So groin strikes, headbutts, like it's getting nasty. Whereas we are training like a sport, and while I'm much more proficient in the striking and sparring game than I was with Krav, which is a difficult thing to spar. Obviously, if there's no rules, it's a hard thing to kind of train, but great gyms find a way to make it as realistic as possible. Long story long, I got me. That poor guy doesn't have a shot. He might be more confident than I am too, which is funny. That's the way it works.
Awesome. I agree. All right. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
My name's Musa Dove. I've been training here for about a year now. Started last winter or about late fall.
Okay.
And just doing, Muay Thai, basically boxing before that, a couple months of experience.
Nice. What advice do you have for someone, if they haven't really trained yet, they're kind of hesitant to come into the building, any building, what advice do you got for a new guy like that?
Man, just walk in, start. The first day, I looked nothing like I look right now. I was getting beat up, I was getting torn apart, but I was having fun. So just have fun, learn with everything, listen, don't talk, just listen, and try to improve every single day, and you'll get better. That's my best advice.
Awesome. I appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you.
All right, if you made it this far, you are awesome. So let's wrap everything up. Don't leave yet, stay with me, but let's just pull everything back in and let's finish off this video as best I can. Mini rant, but let's see what we got. So what did I learn? I learned how to strike in general, Before I started training, I didn't know how to strike at all, really. Didn't even really know how to throw a proper punch, probably. But now I know how to. I know how to throw jabs, crosses, hooks, uppercuts, overhands. Then obviously I know how to kick now, roundhouse kicks, low kicks, teeps or front kicks, push kicks, some tricky stuff too. Clinching, elbow strikes, knee strikes, tons of different ways to strike someone. Obviously with a combat sport like this, you'll also learn other things such as reaction, timing, space, getting off line so you're not getting punched in the face too much. Kind of like the fight IQ stuff, but that comes with more time and more sparring. But yeah, overall I learned how to be a striker, and that's just gonna help my defensive skills as a protector, father, someone that enjoys, this kind of lifestyle of being prepared and being a protector and a defender of myself and others. So it's been great. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, I've been there for a year and some change, but I'm gonna keep going just to work on the fundamentals more. I still have lots to learn and a lot more areas to improve on in general. So I'm going to keep sticking with Muay Thai for a while, and then I'll probably dip into grappling later on. But yeah, guys, if you're in the West Michigan area, check out Octo Alliance for sure. They've got amazing coaches and instructors, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. They have a weight gym in there. You can do some bench press if you want to. Yeah, they have a great gym, family-friendly environment, and also, before I forget, they're really good at being mindful of any pre-existing injuries you might have. So for example, I had a broken elbow when I was in the military. I got injured, and I have a plate and 7 screws in my elbow right now, so I can't use this elbow at all for any elbow strikes, and I've had no issues at all with it so far. I'm more mindful of it and careful, but I always communicate with my sparring partners if there's an issue, like, hey, just let you know I have this going on right here, blah blah blah. The coaches know, and I've had no issues at all. I just have to kind of adapt my Muay Thai style to not use this elbow. So if you got any injuries, just communicate it with your sparring partners, your fellow students and also the coaches, and it shouldn't be an issue. And for those of you watching this video that are not in the West Michigan area, which is probably a lot of you, still look around your local area for a gym, whether it's Muay Thai, which would be great, or jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing. Consider training. Try a free week or 2 weeks or a day or whatever they have there. Try it out. If that gym's not for you, maybe look for a different one. But if you have zero skills, it's worth trying out. It's going to better you in cardio, confidence, self-defense skills. Obviously, you might fall in love with it and want to compete sport-wise, but it's worth trying out. If you're a person that watches my channel for the gun stuff, you're huge into guns and that kind of survival stuff, that's great. You're training legally with guns, you carry it, you're a defender, but if you have the hand-to-hand combat skills as well, that's going to supplement that so much more. You're going to be a more well-rounded protector and defender. I also recommend carrying non-lethal tools like pepper spray. I've got a whole video on that, really thorough. My wife sprays me in the face with it. Check it out. That's worth carrying too, guys. It's worth investing in yourself, I think. I think it's wise, especially as a parent. You should set yourself up for success, train to be your own first responder, or first responder to your family, and it can go a long way. It's better to have these skills and tools and not need them than to need them and not have them. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Share this video with your friends. Give a like. It's really appreciated. Until next time, guys, stay safe. Bye-bye.